Hi Yogi, it's Rachel and welcome to practice. Today we'll be exploring extensions, so grab yourself a mat, a block and potentially a strap. Let's get started. Come down and find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on your mat or you can use a bolster or a block. I like to bring my knees down below my hips and just relax my hands onto my knees. Find some length in your spine, drop your shoulders down and away from your ears, and then close your eyes. And bring your awareness to your breath. Feel the rise and fall of the belly. As you inhale, feel the air coming in through the nostrils, down the throat and deep into your belly. And as you exhale, feel the air leave the belly, a softening in your chest as the air comes back out through your nostrils. And then bring your right hand to your heart. And feel a sense of self. Feel the center of your being. Feel your heartbeat, the beat of your own drum. And then place your left hand down onto your mat beside you, feeling the earth, feeling connected, and feeling present. I am. Two of the most powerful words we can say, for what we put after them shapes our reality. What word or words follow I am for you? What word or words ground you, inspire you, empowers you, and supports your values and goals? I am worthy. I am strong. I am present. What words follow I am for you? Let this be your mantra for today's simple and yet meditative flow. And as you silently say it to yourself, feeling bold and confident and grounding it down into your mat and into the earth. Just relaxing those hands back down onto your knees and coming back to the breath. And if you haven't already, begin to activate your ujjayi breath, this rich, textured breath where we make a slight constriction in the throat to create an oceanic sound. Inhale. And exhale. And then flutter the eyes open. And if you have a block or a bolster underneath your seat, just take it out to the side. And to begin, we'll come down onto our backs into Apanasana. And we'll draw those knees into our chest and we'll grab hold of the top of our shins. And just connect back to the breath. Feel as you inhale, your belly expanding and pressing against your thighs. And then as you exhale, the belly contracting, moving away from the thighs. Inhale. And exhale. And let's move into some core activation. Bringing your legs into tabletop, keeping the ribs in and down. You're going to have your arms down by your side. And then on your next inhale, we'll bring our arms up overhead and at the same time extending our legs. Flex your feet and press the heels up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we'll bring the hands back down and bend our knees. Inhale to extend. Exhale to release. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 3 more like this, linking movement with breath. Last one. And then exhale, bringing your hands down by the sides of your body. Keeping the legs where they are, and then we'll take the arms out wide. We'll take an inhale. And then as you exhale, we'll take the knees to the right, just coming about 1/2 or 3/4 of the way. And then inhale back to center. And then exhale to the left. So still activating the core. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale center. And exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then inhale back to center. And taking the hands to the back of your thighs, tucking that chin into your chest, and we'll take some gentle rolls. And then last one. And coming up, crossing your feet over, and we'll come into all fours. Having those hands underneath your shoulders and those knees underneath your hips. We're going to extend that right arm out in front of us, and we'll extend that left leg back. Once again, flexing your toes down towards the mat. Inhale to find a little more extension. Core engaged. And then as you exhale, bringing your pinky finger and toes down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to drop. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more like this. And then inhale, find a little more extension. And then as you exhale, begin to round the spine. Tuck that chin into your chest as you connect your elbow to knee. Inhale as you reach. Exhale to contract. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more. And then as you exhale, bringing your right hand down onto your mat. We're going to curl the toes under of our right foot. And then as you take an exhale, we're going to bend that knee into the chest and bring your forehead to the knee. Inhale as you bring your right knee down and extend that left leg out. And then exhale to round the spine, forehead to knee. Inhale to extend. And then exhale to round. If you'd like to intensify this pose, you're welcome to keep your right knee off the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. And then bringing both knees down onto the mat, finding all fours. We'll move on to the other side. So extend your left arm out and extending your right leg out, flexing those toes down. Inhale to find a little more extension. And then exhale, bringing your pinky finger and toes down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to drop. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more. And then inhale to lift. And then as you exhale, begin to curl, connecting your elbow to knee. Inhale. And exhale. Really pressing away with your hand. Last one. And then bringing your left hand down and extending that right leg out. Take an inhale and then curling the toes of your left foot. As you exhale, forehead to knee. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then bringing both knees back down onto the mat. And then let's just relax it out and warm up our spine with cat-cow. So as you inhale, begin to open up the chest, take your gaze up, finding a slight arc in the back. And then as you exhale, begin to round the spine, tucking that chin into your chest, separate the shoulder blades and pushing your body away from your mat. Inhale, finding some opening and expansion. And then exhale as you round and contract. Inhale. And exhale. Linking movement with breath. And last one. And finding neutral spine, curling our toes under, lifting our knees and engaging the belly as we begin to take our seat back and then extending our legs to find
Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. And let's take an inhale and rise onto our toes. And then on your exhale, ground your right heel down into the earth. Inhale to rise. And exhale, grounding your left heel down. Inhale. And exhale the right. Inhale. Exhale, grounding the left. Inhale to rise nice and high into all 10 toes. And then exhale, grounding both heels down into your mat. And just take a moment and bring your awareness to your fingers. Spread them nice and wide. This will support your wrists, which will support the weight of your body. Have those ears in between the arms. And try to bring those triceps around and down. Separate through the shoulder blades. Tail is reaching up towards the sky. Activate the thighs. And keep those feet hip width apart and drawing those heels down. The knees can be bent if you need to. Take another breath. And then begin to walk those feet in to meet your hands. Finding Uttanasana, forward fold. So invite a bend into your knees. Just relax the belly onto your thighs. Relax the head from the root of your neck. And back of the hands can be on the mat, or maybe you grab opposite elbows. And maybe you sway from side to side, shaking your head from left to right or up and down. Take another breath. And then release the hands down. We'll come into Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. So having those fingers out in front of you or at the tops of your shins. Feel the breath blossom out of the pelvis into your chest and throat, inviting extension in the spine. Shoulders down away from the ears. Crown of the head is reaching towards me. Inhale to find a little more extension. And then exhale to fold. Inhale. We're going to bring a bend into our right knee. And our right hand is going to be in front of the right foot. On our inhale, we're going to bring that left hand up towards the ceiling. And then keeping your arm where it is, or maybe you'd like to take a bind with me. If you'd like to take the bind, flipping the hand 180, bending at the elbow as you find your top right thigh, rolling that left shoulder back and down. So you should be feeling a wonderful stretch to the back of your left leg. Stay here for another breath. And then release the bind if you have it, bringing your left hand back down. And then just straightening out both legs. And then bring a bend into your left leg. Left hand stays. As you inhale, right hand reaches up. Then if you'd like to take the bind, flipping that hand 180, bending at the elbow to find the top of your left thigh. And rolling that right shoulder back and down, gazing up towards the ceiling. Releasing the bind and bringing your right hand back down. And begin to roll yourself up. Letting the head be the last to rise. And when it rises, bring the arms up to find Urdhva Hastasana. Ribs in, tail down, gaze up. And then exhale, bringing the hands down and interlacing your fingers behind the back. Draw the fist towards the mat as you open up the chest. And then exhale, releasing the grip, bringing those hands back up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring the palms together down in front of the heart, Samastiti. And then walking to the top of the mat. And reconnecting back to your mantra. And let's begin our flow. Inhale.
And then as you exhale, we're going to reach forward with a flat back. As you come halfway down, bend the knees, sweeping the hands back behind you. Staying low, crown of the head reaching forward. And then bringing those hands in front of you, keeping everything the same. Exhale as you lift the torso off the thighs to find Utkatasana, chair pose. Activate the glutes. And then inhale to rise, lifting back up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, I am. And then as you exhale, saying your words silently to yourself, reaching back. Inhale, the arms reach forward, stay low. Exhale to rise, Utkatasana. And then inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, Samastiti. Let's do another round. Inhale, silently say, I am. Exhale as you reach forward, bending at the knees, sweeping the hands back. Inhale as you reach forward. Exhale, Utkatasana. And then inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti. And let's add on, inhale. And then exhale, bring the palms together down to find Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha, flat back. And then as you exhale, stepping the right foot back behind you, staying on the toes. And inhale, we're going to find arrowhead. So bringing the arms down by the sides of your body, pinky fingers turning in, thumbs turning out to open up the chest. Broaden through your collarbones, crown of the head reaching forward. Inhale. And then exhale, keeping everything the same. We're going to sweep the arms forward. And then inhale to rise, finding crescent lunge. So think of the lower belly in and up, bringing the tail down. Activate your arms and your fingers, taking some of that weight out of the legs. Inhale. And then exhale, bringing your hands down, framing your left foot. And stepping that left foot back into plank, or maybe a one-legged plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. And then inhale as you scoop through to find Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog, thighs and pelvis off the mat. Exhale, Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, keeping the shoulders and hips square. Exhale as you bring that right foot through in between your hands. Inhale to find arrowhead. And keeping everything the same, exhale to sweep those arms forward. Inhale to rise, crescent lunge. Exhale to stay. Inhale. And then exhale, bringing those hands down, stepping that right foot back into plank or your one-legged plank. And then exhale down. Inhale, coming through Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, lifting the left leg up. And then exhale as you bring it through in between your hands. Stepping that right foot in to meet your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And then inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, I am. And then exhale as you reach forward and down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping that right foot back. Inhale, arrowhead. Exhale as you reach the arms forward. Inhale to rise, crescent lunge. And then exhale as you bring your hands down, stepping that left foot back, taking your choice of flow today. Exhale it down halfway. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And then exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale as you bring it through in between your hands. And then inhale, arrowhead. Exhale, sweeping the arms forward. And then inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale as you bring your hands down. Stepping that right foot back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha.
Inhale, lifting the left leg up. Exhale as you bring it through in between your hands. Stepping that right foot in to meet the left. Inhale, half a lift.
Exhale to fold.
And then inhale to rise.
Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, I am. Exhale, Uttanasana.
Inhale.
Exhale, stepping your right foot back. And then inhale, arrowhead. Exhale, sweeping the arms forward. Inhale to rise. And then exhale to bring your hands down. Stepping that left foot back, vinyasa.
Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale as you bring it through.
And then inhale, arrowhead. Exhale. Inhale to rise. And then exhale, bringing your hands down. Vinyasa. Inhale. And exhale.
Inhale, lifting the left leg up. Exhale as you bring it through in between your hands. Stepping that right foot in to meet the left. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale to rise.
Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, I am. And then exhale as you release your mantra.
Inhale.
And as you exhale, we're going to step the right foot back. And we're going to rise all the way into crescent lunge. So once again, try to get those hips nice and square. Lower belly in and up. Tail down. Activate through the arms and the fingers. Even take your gaze up. And find your breath. Make it deliberate, purposeful, and conscious. Inhale. And then as you exhale, we'll open ourselves up into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So we want to have those heels in line with each other. Feel like you're grounding down through your right foot. Inner thighs are coming out and away. Centering your shoulders and your hips. Relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. Make sure that your left knee is tracking over the second and third toe. And find your drishti, your gaze. And connect back to your breath. Okay, bring your left hand down. You can actually bring your forearm down, or you can bring your hand down onto a block, or all the way down onto your mat as your right hand reaches up to find extended side angle. If you're bringing your hand down onto the mat, can you stay light onto your fingertips, and can the right hand really lift you up? Maybe you stay here, or maybe you'd like to take a bind. If you're taking the bind with me, flipping that right hand 180, bending at the elbow as you bring your right hand to the outer left thigh. With your left hand, bend at the elbow and take it underneath the left leg. That left hand is going to hold on to the right wrist and pull it down. So you can take the torso back, crown of the head is reaching at the top of your mat, and then gazing to the wall or up towards the ceiling. And if this isn't available to you right now, maybe you take a strap. Staying here for another breath. If you have the bind, just gently release. And then bring that right hand down, coming onto the toes of your right foot. And then inhale, we'll bring that left hand up for a gentle twist. Inhale. And exhale. And planting that right hand down, we're going to move onto the blade side of our right foot. And your left foot can stay here to support you, or maybe you stack those feet on top of one another for Vashisthasana side plank. And then staying here, or maybe coming a little deeper, bending at the knees, finding your peace sign with your left hand, grabbing hold of your big toe as you slowly begin to extend that left leg out. And holding for a breath. And then releasing that left foot and coming back into your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. And then inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale as you bring it through in between your hands. Inhale to rise, crescent lunge. Exhale as you get down nice and low. Inhale. And then exhale, opening yourself up into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Making any little adjustments that you need to. Heels in line. Grounding down through the outer edge of your left foot. Centering your torso. Relaxing the shoulders down away from your ears. Relaxing the muscles in your face. As you find your drishti, your gaze. Another breath. And bring your right hand down onto your thigh, or bringing the hand down onto your mat as you lift that left hand up towards the ceiling. And again, if you're bringing your hand down to the mat, can you tint your fingers so then your left hand can reach up towards the ceiling? And maybe you stay here, or you take a bind. If you're taking the bind, flipping that left hand 180, bending at the elbow to find that outer right thigh. And then taking that right arm underneath, and that right hand holding onto the left wrist as you roll that left shoulder back and down, taking the torso back and the head back. And stay here for another breath. And if you have the bind, slowly release. And then bringing that left hand down, coming onto the toes of your left foot. As you inhale, right hand reaches up for a gentle twist. And getting ready for a Vashisthasana on the other side. So plant your left hand down, roll onto the pinky side of your right foot. Sorry, your left foot. And then your right foot can stay in front, or maybe you stack your feet together. Really lifting the hips up. And coming a little further, bending at the knees and finding a peace sign with your right hand, grabbing hold of that big toe, and then slowly beginning to extend. One breath. And then releasing that foot, coming into plank. Exhale it down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale as you bring it through in between your hands, stepping that right foot in to meet the left. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale. And then inhale to rise. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale. I am. And then exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping that right foot back. And then inhale to rise up on your crescent lunge. Exhale as you open yourself up. Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to flip that front hand, and we're going to inhale to reverse our warrior. So really think of lifting up, opening up the side body, and then coming back to find the back bend. staying low into your front leg and breathing boldly into that left rib cage. As you inhale, begin to extend that front leg, reaching a little further back. And then as you exhale, we're going to lift ourselves up, setting up for Trikonasana. So bringing your left hand down onto your shin, onto a block or onto the floor. Right hand reaching up towards the ceiling, taking your gaze up towards the ceiling. And if you're a little bit like me and you tend to hyperextend, feel as though you're pressing your shin forward so you can find a little bit of activation in the leg. Connect back to your breath. And staying here. Inhale. And exhale, bending back into that left knee. And then we're going to come into bird of paradise. So grabbing your strap if you need it for the bind, or taking hold of the bind now. Left hand takes hold of that right wrist, bringing the torso back, reaching the crown of the head forward. And from here, we're going to step that right leg forward to meet our left. Taking a moment, ground down through your right foot, come onto the toes of your left, begin to step into that right leg, lifting yourself up, taking your gaze up, open up through the chest, broaden through the collarbones, and then maybe extending your left leg up. Hold for another breath. And then exhale, making your way back down. Stepping that right foot back, releasing the bind if you have it, and bringing your hands down to frame that left foot, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, lifting the right leg up. Exhale as you bring it through in between your hands. And then inhale to rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, opening yourself up, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Remember to lift up and then back. Breathing boldly into that right rib cage. Inhale. And exhale. Begin to slowly extend that front leg. Reaching further back. And then bringing your right hand up and coming down to find Trikonasana. Bring that right hand onto your shin, onto a block, or on the way down to your mat. Left hand is reaching up. And again, feel as though the shin is pushing forward. You're finding some activation in the leg. Ground down through the outer left foot. Inhale. And exhale. Bending into your right knee. And then finding your bind. So grabbing your strap if you need it. That right hand takes hold of the left wrist, rolling that left shoulder back and down. Preparing for bird of paradise. So stepping that left foot in to meet your right. Finding your feet. And then start to ground down into your left foot as you come onto the toes of your right. And then activating your core, lifting yourself up. Open up through your chest, broaden through the collarbones. And then begin to extend your right leg. Inhale. And then exhale, begin to bring that right foot back down. Stepping that left foot back. Releasing the bind. And then bringing your left hand down. Stepping that right foot back. Chaturanga. And then inhale, lifting the left leg up. Exhale as you bring it through in between your hands. Stepping that right foot in to meet the left. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale. And then inhale to rise. Samastiti. Alrighty. And grounding down into your left foot. We're going to come into our standing series. So we're going to draw that right knee into our chest, taking hold at the top of the shin. And really activate your left thigh here, feeling nice and strong. And flexing your right foot. Inhale. And exhale. And then finding a peace sign with your right hand, we're going to take hold of our right big toe. And you're also welcome to use a strap. And bringing your left hand to your hip, we're going to slowly extend that right leg out in front of us. And it's okay if your knee is bent, that's totally fine. Just try to relax the muscles in your face. Find a point on the floor that you can focus and connect back to your breath. Think of pushing through your heel. Another breath. And then begin to take that right leg out to the right. Left leg nice and strong. Maybe you take that left arm out to support you. Maybe it stays on your hip. And if you come out, come straight back in. And then bring that right leg to the front of your mat. And we're going to switch our grip. So with your left hand, take hold of the pinky side of your right foot. And if you want to, you can begin by bending that right knee into the chest. Inhale to find length in the spine. And then exhale as you extend that right leg. Maybe you take your right hand to the back of your mat. Maybe you take your gaze as well. And hold for a breath. And then coming back to center. And then bending your knee. And then bringing your right ankle to your left thigh. We're going to come down and find flying pigeon. So get yourself set up. Sit down, taking your seat back. And then maybe you stay here with your hands in prayer. Maybe you're feeling that stretch in that left glute. And maybe you bring your hands down onto your mat. And you want to bend your elbows just like you would in chaturanga. Bend the elbows, bring some weight into your hands. And with your right foot, hook it onto your left bicep. Bring a little bit more weight into the hands. And come onto the toes of your left foot. Keep your gaze down. And then staying here, or maybe lifting the left toes off your mat. Maybe extending that left leg out. Mula Bandha lift. Exhale. Bring that knee back in. Slowly extending that left leg. And bringing those hands up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale. And just walking those legs out. And then begin to ground down through your right foot. Activate your right thigh. And then draw that left knee into the chest. Flex your left foot. And relax the muscles in your face. And then finding a peace sign with your left fingers. Grabbing hold of your left big toe. Right hand on your hip. And then begin to slowly extend that left leg out. Push through your heel. Standing up nice and tall. Finding a point in front of you or on the floor. And then slowly taking your left leg out to the side. Staying strong and grounded in your right leg. And then coming back to center. Bending that left knee, drawing it into the chest as you switch the grip. So right hand to the pinky side of your left foot. And then slowly extend that left leg. Maybe taking that left arm to the back of your mat. Maybe taking your gaze to the back of the mat. Inhale. And then exhale, coming back to the front. And then bringing your left ankle to your right thigh, setting up for flying pigeon. So taking your sit bones back, getting low. Maybe just finding your hands in prayer and staying here. Maybe you bring your hands down onto the mat. And you'll bend at the elbows like you would in chaturanga, spreading the fingers wide. And bring some weight into your hands as you hook that left foot onto your right bicep. And then bringing the weight forward, coming onto the toes of your right foot. Maybe lifting it off. Maybe extending that right leg out. And bringing it back in. Slowly extending that right leg. Walking yourself up. Releasing that left leg. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti. Okay, and taking that left foot back, coming wide onto your mat. And finding pigeon feet. So bring those toes in, heels out. Taking your arms parallel to the floor. Inhale. And as you exhale, leading with the chest, coming down. And just begin to relax the spine. Release the head from the root of your neck. Maybe you'd like to extend those arms out behind you. And you can stay here. Or if it's in your practice, maybe you'd like to come into tripod headstand. So placing those hands down underneath your shoulders. Bringing the crown of the head down onto the mat. Press into the hands. Activate the core as you slowly begin to lift the legs. As you bring the legs up, squeeze the inner thighs. Stay here for 3 breaths. And then taking the legs out wide. Slowly coming down. Coming up for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And then walking those hands to the top of your mat. And taking that right foot back. Downward facing dog. And then inhale, roll forward like a wave into plank. And as you exhale, bring your entire front body down into your mat. Release your forehead down and bring your hands down by the sides of your body. Setting up for Shalabhasana. So as you inhale, begin to peel your forehead and your chest away from the mat. Activate the arms and the fingers, reaching back, and then begin to lift your feet. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Lift up a little higher. Stay here for another breath. And then exhale. And we'll come into crocodile. So stacking those hands on top of one another, bringing your forehead down, and turning those feet out just to relax any tension you may have had in the lower back. We're going to move into bow pose. So if that's not available to you, please just come back into Shalabhasana. If you'd like to come into bow pose, bring those hands down by the sides of your body. And bending your knees, and with your hands take hold of your ankles. As you inhale, begin to peel your forehead and chest away from the mat. Begin to lift the thighs off the mat and really lift up, taking your gaze up. One more breath. And then exhale. Bring yourself all the way back down, finding crocodile once again. You can just roll those hips from side to side.
we'll come into a shoulder release. So bringing the tops of the feet back to the mat, extending your right arm out to the side, and then planting your left hand down underneath your shoulder, and then taking your gaze to the left, so bringing your right ear down. We're going to lift that left leg up, bending at the knee, and taking that left foot to the outside of our right leg. And maybe it stays in the air, or maybe you can bring the sole of the foot down onto the mat. Just surrender. Feel a nice opening in the shoulders and chest. Take another breath. And then as you exhale, begin to roll back onto your belly, releasing that left leg down. And then extend your left arm out, bringing your right hand in. Take your gaze to the right, bringing your left ear down onto the mat. And then lifting your right leg up, bending at the knees, that right foot comes to the outer left leg. Maybe you bring the sole of your right foot down onto the mat. Inhale. And then exhale, coming back onto your belly. And bringing that left hand in. And we're going to roll onto our backs now. I'm going to come into Shri Mudra. So I'll demonstrate the first round, and then I'll get you guys to join on in with me. So we're going to lift our hips up and bring our arms over our head. We're going to then take an exhale. We're going to release all of the air out of our bellies. And then we're going to hold the breath. When we hold the breath, we'll be bringing our hips down and our arms down before we take an inhale. So to demonstrate, having the soles of your feet down onto the mat. Inhale, lift the hips and bring the arms over your head. Exhale, release all of the air out of your belly. Draw the diaphragm in and up. Releasing your hips down. Bringing your arms down. And then taking an inhale. And exhale. So come and join me. Inhale, lifting the hips, bringing the arms over your head. Exhale all the air out of your belly. Draw the diaphragm in and up. And exhale. Take one regular breath before coming in and doing one more. Inhale, pressing through your feet, lifting your hips and bringing your arms over your head. Exhale. Lift the diaphragm in and up. And exhale to release everything. Lovely. And then bringing those knees back into the chest. Maybe rock from side to side, make some gentle circles. And if you like, you can take a minute to do any other poses that your body is calling for today. Or maybe you'd like to join me in Shavasana. Extending those legs out as wide as your mat. Taking those arms out. And just begin to close your eyes. And before you settle in, just repeat your mantra to yourself one more time. Inhale. I am. And then exhale your word or your words down into the earth. And then just begin to relax your forehead.
Relax the eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your lips, your teeth, and your jaw. Relax your neck, your shoulders and chest. Relax the belly. Relax your hips. And relax the legs and the feet. You've done so well today, yogis. And just relax. And begin to deepen your breath. Maybe the wiggle of his fingers and toes. And bring your right arm over your head, bending your left knee as you slowly roll to the right. And then keeping your eyes closed, make your way back up into a comfortable seated position. And bring your hands in Anjali Mudra into prayer in front of the heart. Just taking these last few moments to enjoy this gift of presence and your breath. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. My name is Rachael. Namaste.